I'm Barbara, and welcome back to the Amoretti Test Kitchen. Today I made a lovely pear tart using the Amoretti pear compound. First thing I did was to make some pastry cream, which is just a basic custard. Warm the milk, and then what I like to do is to combine the cornstarch and the sugar together before mixing in the egg yolks so that it doesn't get so lumpy. Then add a little bit of milk to that mixture. And then when the milk is warmed on the stove, you can add it into your eggs and temper them back into the pot and cook it till it gets to 82 degrees centigrade or until it coats the back of a spoon. Once the custard is cooked, you can add the butter and the pear compound. The pear compound is a very subtle pear flavor, but at the same time it will give the custard an extra punch of pear so that it is very smooth and it makes it really nice taste. And then put it into a pan that is covered with plastic wrap. Wrap it up, make sure that the plastic is touching the custard so that you don't get a skin on it. Put it in the refrigerator and chill it for about 4 hours. Overnight is always best. To make the sweet tart dough, combine the flour and the sugar, baking powder and salt. Then add the cold cubed butter and mix it until your dough resembles coarse cornmeal, pea-sized pieces of butter in there. And then you can add the eggs one at a time and mix it until the dough comes together and is nice and smooth. Then wrap it and chill it for about 4 hours. Once the dough is chilled, begin to roll it out and make sure you have enough flour. I like to use a marble slab because it is cool, and I like to use the metal rolling pin because it is always cool. So roll it out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. And I used a small bowl because I didn't have a cookie cutter that was the right size. And I also didn't have the tart molds that were the right size. They were a little too big, so you'll see how that works. Once you have them rolled out, you lay it on top of the tart mold. And you can sort of see through the dough and make sure that the edges are even all the way around before you actually push it down into the mold. Gently push it down into the mold using your thumb to push down and into the sides as you go turning around. And once it's nice and settled into the mold, push it into the sides so all the flutes are fully touching the dough. Then I use coffee filters to hold the pie weights. Now, pie weights we use in tart dough and pie doughs so that your dough doesn't puff up when you're cooking it. Once you have the pie weights in your dough, you can cook your tart shells for about 20 minutes. Just keep checking them every 10 minutes at 350. Once they're nice and brown, take them out and let them cool. Then now you can add the pastry cream and slice up some nice pears, put them on, and I added some cranberries and a little mint for garnish today. Thanks for joining us today. I had a great time making these tarts, and I know you will too. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at blog@amoretti.com or tag us on Twitter or Instagram.